Anybody watching this, maybe you're seeing this for the first time, you've never heard of us or never heard of anything that we do. It doesn't matter. You have to have your goal set. What is your intention? Where are you going to go? What is your passion? Because these are all the things that matter. I have on my whiteboard, contemplate the surroundings to which you want to produce. And I read that to myself every day. And if you think about it, that simple phrase, that's from Dr. Wayne Dyer, contemplate the surroundings to which you want to produce. And you constantly think about it. It gets into that mojo kind of stuff. But the reality is the universe and the way that it works, if you're asking the universe for certain things and you keep asking for the same things, you will get them. You have to believe in it, but you will get them. And if you are telling yourself you're going to fail, you're going to fail, you're going to fail. There's no question. But when you constantly feed yourself the positive energy that you need, that you're going to achieve something, you're going to achieve a goal. And like Stephen said, it's easy to say, okay, well, I just want financial freedom and that's all that matters. No, you got to break it down. You got to break it down into pieces and you got to put a time limit to it that you're going to do something in a certain amount of time. And that's going to be your goal to get that done. And if it doesn't happen, you adjust your goal, but make the goal realistic. If it's $1 million you're after, break it down to what it's going to take to get that. How many things are you going to have to sell to get that $1 million? And how much time will it take you to sell what's required to make that $1 million? You got to break it down to bite-sized pieces so that it makes sense. Have a calendar, have a schedule. You're going to get so much done in this week and so much done in the next week and so much done in the next week. And if it doesn't work, you push it back. But if you're not working towards a goal, that straight line goal, then you're lost. You're floating, you're jumping, you're buying this, you're buying that, and you're not focused on what you're going after. And Stephen and I have always said, if it's DFU Magic Themes and it's the build, rank, rent system that you want to do, you're in the right place. If you want to sell pink widgets and blue widgets, that's great. Go after your passion. Find people that relate to you. Find people that motivate you. Find people that you enjoy listening to or following to get the help you need to move forward. None of us are perfect. None of us are able sometimes to get out of our own way. We get depressed. We go, I just can't do it. I can't figure it out. Well, you can be like me and you can be pig-headed and try to do it yourself for years and years and years, or you can finally say, okay, I'm going to hire a mentor. I'm going to get this figured out. I know it works. I'm just missing something. And you can shorten your learning curve by years with the right help from the right people. With one disclaimer, that be careful, because people will sell you anything that you want to buy. Some are credible, some are not. Some just want your money, some truly want to help you. So the right mentor is important, that has the right following, the right credentials. Make sure they're truly going to do what they say they're going to do. And why do we get on these calls every Friday and have people ask questions? Because we don't hide. Do we know everything on earth about everything? No, we don't. But we have a group of people around us all the time that are constantly looking at different things that are out there and say, hey, did you happen to see this? We go take a look. Or we hear of different things that may help somebody in our group. And it has nothing to do with what we're doing, but it may help one person individually to do something that they want to do. And we share that. And our whole inner circle shares these things. It's what we call golden nuggets, because the internet's moving fast. So have a schedule, have a goal, have a focus. If you don't focus, you can't see the end game. You have to contemplate the surroundings to which you want to produce. What is that for you? That's what's important. Is it building 100 sites? Is it building 10 sites? Is it whatever? If you don't have it written down and you're not figuring out the small pieces to put that together to go forward, it's hard to get there. You know, if you're going to plan a trip, what's the first thing you do? You start packing. And then you figure what you're going to need on this trip. Where are you going? Well, you start putting the little pieces together. I'm going to need this. It's going to be warm weather. It's not going to be cold, so I don't need a jacket. I need this. I need my swimsuit because it's going to be warm at the beach. You know, these are the things we start packing. So our goal is to go on that vacation, to go on that trip, and make sure that we have what we need to get there once we're there. Or we load the suitcase with money so we can buy everything while we're there. So your focus is where you really have to think about it. Really put it down. Where is it that you're going and what you want to get done? And that's where, you know, we talk about this every once in a while because people get so distracted, and I get it. We all do. And, you know, like Stephen and I say all the time, life gets in the way all the time. And it'll knock you back. It'll knock you off rail. It'll knock you this way. It'll knock you that way. And it's hard to sometimes get back on that path. And, you know, why are we talking about this? Because Steve and I had a conversation the other day about it, and being that between him able to do what he's doing and me able to do what I'm doing, but I got off track this week because I had contractors in my home. I had inspectors and I had things going on that just should have been done months ago. But they finally got done and projects are moving forward, and I can start putting my house back together, which is really nice because it's been very stressful in my house, to say the least. So the focus for me this weekend is to put my house back together by getting one room done at a time. So the slow steps forward are fix this room, finish it, move the furniture back in after it's painted, and then go to the next room, and then start that process in that room. We can't do it all the same day because it's too, just to backtrack a little bit, every window and door in my home on the exterior has been changed. So every room in my entire house had to be disrupted for the construction that was done to put the windows and doors in. And if you don't know what that looks like, it's a mess. It's a mess because it just totally disorganizes your home, every room. And then on top of that, we're trying to do updates on ceilings and remove popcorn and paint. And so it's a big project with a big mess, but the end game is in sight.
It's amazing as well. You know, Robert's got a big cinema. That's why he's got popcorn all over his ceiling.
Yeah. You know, and I have to say that I think I finally put my finger on it because I've been having coughing issues, like allergic reactions over the last few months. And now that the popcorn is gone, that's going away. So whatever was in the popcorn or in residue on the ceilings is
that's what happens when you put food on the ceiling. You know, it goes off.
You shouldn't do that. The butter goes all over the place.
You got to stop doing it. You know.
But no, in my particular case,
he's thrown the popcorn maker in the bin as well. Mind, so you know.
No, I like popcorn.
But you know, the main point of this is that you do, when you work for yourself, it can be very lonely, whether that's internet marketing, doing what we're doing with DFY Magic Themes. I mean, we've had a uphill struggle at times, you know, where we've had knockbacks due to third-party pieces of software we use, you know, and now that is all coming together so well, and we've got some great, amazing updates for the Inner Circle members only when we cut away. So if you are watching in any of the groups and you're an Inner Circle member, then make sure you go to the Inner Circle Facebook group where the link is to this meeting. And if you don't want to come onto Zoom, you can watch it live inside of the Inner Circle group. May I say hello to the free groups? They joined us a little bit late, because one stream, I'd hit the button and then for some reason it didn't link up. So they missed the happy jingle at the start, but you can't have everything, can you? The Inner Circle members had that.
Turn in early next week.
But the thing is you do need that support group, and we believe that we're supporting people in the best way we can. By being there, whether you're having a very bad day to having technical issues with what you're doing, that's why we're here. I'd got busy on focusing on the new members area for people, and I missed a couple of tickets, which I have answered now, by the way. So if you had the ticket in, go and have a look. They have been answered. That's what we've been busy doing, and it's super exciting. And tell you one thing I wanted to share tonight to all the groups, and I'm just going to bring up a page I'd opened up earlier. I just got to find it. I've got so many pages. There it is. I wanted to show something that I've done with a customer of mine who was struggling to come up with long tail keyword ideas, right? And there's all these gurus out there selling you all these big pieces of software, and this is literally all I did for them, and they are chuffed to bits. Now I've changed it on this one to Bristol because I promised I wouldn't give away his actual location. But I did a research again, and all I did inside of ChatGPT is type, spelled give wrong, but give me long tail keywords for 24-hour emergency plumber in Bristol. So it's given me these wonderful long tail keywords. And then for the customer, all I did then was I grabbed this and I just put, write me a web page.
A wee page.
That's a different.
Is that
thing.
A little page?
Yeah. Write me a web page for a plumber's website about. If I can type, what's that coming up for? About. Come on.
You have to click back on the bio.
About. We'll press enter and we'll come down. Now this is writing in HTML. What's cool about HTML is you can copy and paste it straight inside of the DFY Magic Code Builder, and it will do it. I prefer to ask it to write it normally, so it's obviously doing it in the wrong style. But if you reword this, it will do it in the right style for you. So we can change this up. So we could change it to article instead. So I'm going to stop this for a minute because I don't want all the HTML. Write me. Let's come down now. As you can see, hands-free.
But my typing is getting faster. You see that?
I was playing around with version 4 in here the other day. It's very good, but they're restricting it at the moment, so you can only do so much a day, which is a bit pants. I thought being a paying customer, you'd at least get you get a bigger opportunity to use it. But it's fine. They'll get there eventually. But you can see now I'm writing a whole article. I can take this and put this as a blog post, or I can take this and put it in as a web page. And as long as you obviously read through it, don't just copy and paste it onto your website. Read through it. I also, as an extra step, will take this and chuck it through a spinner. I'll get it to respin it just to be on the safe side, because you don't know where ChatGPT is getting it from. If you spin it, there's less chance of plagiarism and all that sort of side of things. But as you can see, I've got my long tail keywords, and also you can use these in videos. As you can use this. Use this as these are my 20 blog posts now that I've got. So I can create 20 blog posts. I'll just grab a different subject, write the same thing on here, write me an article for plumbers for a plumber's website about, and go. The for an example, 24/7 emergency plumbing repair. And this can be for anything. This is the cool thing about it. And then using our Magic Code Builder, you go, and we're going to do some videos on this soon. You can go to the ready-built go to the ready-built websites that we've got, change the short code, just add a letter A on the end, create your own short code with this content in, paste it in, and away you go. If you want to keep the page breaks, then obviously you'd ask it to write it in a HTML style, or you'd copy this and paste it into a site that converts it to HTML. But
and not to interrupt you, Steve, but this part here, right? When you're doing a build rank service for local clients, this part here, they don't want to know. They want to focus on their business. They don't care how to do all these things. But what happens is, as you go forward in your business and you focus on your goals of getting clients and doing all the right things, you have to give those clients value. You have to give those clients the respect and the attention to detail that they really don't know about, but they want you to do for them, but they don't know how to ask you yet. So when you're taking care of clients, they don't want to know how. They just want to see results. And when you become the person that can answer their questions about local SEO and about web pages and about what they need for their websites, and it becomes clear that you're going to be able to help them. You're giving them value before you even took them on as a client in some cases. We know that Mr. Dimmick did that. He gave them value by giving them knowledge about stuff they had no idea that could be done, and that if they really should be doing not only their main website, but many other websites to help generate more business for themselves. They hear these messages. They don't know how to implement them. They don't know how to get the content into the websites. They don't know how to do the other. They don't care. They don't want to know. But they want to know that they can pay a fee, a reasonable fee monthly, and they can have these services done for them. Well, that's what you're in business for, to take care of the things that they need, and they're going to pay you for it. And if that's your goal, if that's what you want to do, this is what we do. This is how we do our business. We make sure that those clients know that we can do content writing, that we can build the location pages, that we can add these services into what we charge for. But we have to give value first. We have to show them, hey, by the way, do you know that you can have a web page for every local city around you so that you can generate more traffic? And we explain why. And once you become slightly related to a local business as you're an internet guy or an internet company, you're in the door. Because after that, they don't want to know. They just want to know they can trust somebody, talk to somebody, and get their stuff done. And they're willing to pay for it. So if that's not your business model to get paid, then you just do whatever your business model is. But for most of us, we want to get to that point that they're paying us for monthly services of doing something. And what Stephen was just doing there was magic. He wasn't working his fingers to the bone. He was using a tool that most business owners will ever know. It may be years before they figure out that it's even out there.
They'll know about it in the news, but a lot of people don't understand. I was talking to someone the other day who doesn't do much on computers, my accountant, lovely lady. And I said, have you heard of ChatGPT? She went, I heard something about it in the news. What is it? And I started talking to her. Her eyes glazed over like I've bored her to death. And we know some people online that do that. But you know, she sort of sat and I said, I won't explain. He said, no, that's why you're my web guy. And that's exactly. Literally it.
Exactly.
You know, and that's why she's my accountant, because I'm not very good at maths. You know,
you focus on what you're doing, not on what They want to run their business. They don't want to run their web pages, but they want those web pages to work. And that's why they're willing to pay money for it.
Yeah. So there's anyone who's joined our free group, by the way, and you don't know what we do. We're DFY Magic Themes. We have ready-built websites in various niches, and we are doing a launch hopefully in the next few weeks, because we've been busy revamping all the themes. Everything we've been doing is awesome. So keep an eye out in the groups, because we're going to start doing more demos of stuff and showing what the system does. And we will be releasing our build, rent, rank system. Now, I say it again, build, rent, and rank. So in other words, you build a site very quickly. I built our electrician's site while I was cooking tea the other day within an hour, right? Within an hour, I built the electrician site, I got it all up and running and all the stuff. Now, I know what I'm doing. It will take you a wee bit longer to do, but that's the build part. The rent part, we're going to teach you how to go out and get clients to rent the site even before you've ranked it. And then the last part is to start ranking the website locally. And the whole time you own that website, you don't give it to anyone else, you own it. So if person A stops paying you, you go, bye-bye, person A. Hello, person B, would you like to rent it? And we have worked so hard on getting the themes all updated now. And the Inner Circle members tonight are going to love some news when we break away from the free groups. I've got some exciting news tonight to share with you guys. And Robert's already seen what I've been doing, and it's woohoo time tonight, little presents time tonight.
But not only that, we're always looking out for our members. Yeah. Because just like some of the things that held us back, we don't want that to happen to you. So when you're in a position where you're going to have to work on a client site, we've opened that door so that you can work on a client site, add things to it to make it better. And if they ever decide to shut you out or shut down payment, you simply can go to your members area for licensing, click, turn it off, and everything that you did for them is turned off. So if they want it back, they got to pay for it.
Yeah.
You're no longer giving all of this information and setting everything up. And then they decide, well, we don't want to pay them anymore because they've done all the work. We got what we want. No, not anymore. We made sure that you have a way to flip a switch, and most of the stuff that you did, maybe not 100% of it, but most of the stuff that you did will just stop showing on the website. And as soon as they pay again and decide, oh, well, I think I need that back, and they make payment, you flip the switch and it goes back on. Or, and it looks like it's going to be a permanent, they're never going to pay you again, you can reuse that license for another customer. You don't lose it. We're making it as fair and streamlined as possible for you to succeed and make sure that you get paid. That's what's important here.
Now, on another note, those who are in a lot of my groups would be aware that I put an offer up for Pictory. Now, the guy who's dealing with it I've been told, has been off ill with COVID, and I haven't been able to get hold of him. So if we haven't got hold of him by Monday, anyone who has purchased from me, and I know who you are anyway, ping me a message, because simply I'm going to refund you until such times that he pulls his finger out his arse and sorts it out. I don't like holding on to your money. I don't like, holding you guys up with this. I want to be fair. I gave him a small deposit in the first place, which we certainly will cover, because that's what we do. We look after our customers. We look after people. So anyone who has purchased that, your money's safe. Don't have to panic. We're going to give him till Monday, because it's been a couple of weeks now and it's not on. And he could have quite easily still sent an email to someone going, give me access. All right. And so we always do the right thing. We always look after you guys. So please bear with me till Monday. And on Monday, ping me a message and we'll start sorting. It'll take me a little while to obviously go through everyone and refund them, but I will work through you systematically. If I don't hear from certain people, I'll refund anyway. We're always trying to be as fair as we can. I feel 2 weeks is too long, in my opinion. If you're willing to wait a bit longer and that's what you prefer to do, your money's still safe. but I personally don't like keeping all the money in the bank account.
It's uncomfortable for both of us that somebody, if they're truly ill and they just can't respond, that's one thing. But it seems like when I had COVID, there was about a week I didn't care what happened in the world. But after that, you start to respond again.
Even a quick sorry, none of that. And I know someone that knows him, and I messaged him, and he had a reply back from this person, and that's what I'm not happy about. So, like I said, we'll always do the right thing, and we'll always look after you guys, and that's what we do. But I want to give away stuff, fun stuff. So we're going to say goodbye to all the free groups now, and go to the inner circle only. So I'm going to open up and play the little jingle. And don't forget, next week, UK time is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is 4:30. We'll be back then. I'm playing the 30-second jingle, and we're going to switch off the freebie channels. So bye, freebie channels. See you next week.